This is the story between a rookie, an icon, and the Blackwell. Turkish cymbals artist René Bartham, aka the Flying Dutchman, was a big fan of John Blackwell Jr. and John's big role as the former drummer of the band, the New Power Generation, backing the former massive artist, Prince, R.I.P. After John was hired as a Turkish cymbal artist, René tried to find John on Facebook Messenger and had succeeded to talk to John, who was one of René's favourite icon drummers. John was a very kind person, and the conversations between John and René were always related about drums and cymbals. When René told John about his background and his work as product clinician, the two became friends from a distance. In May 2016, John Blackwell Jr. became a Dixon drums artist, and in one of John's conversations with René, he proudly showed off his beautiful new sounding drum gear. This also because he was totally blown away by the quality of the sound of the drums, made together with his own signature Turkish cymbals, in John's own words, the perfect combination. After a few days, John said to René that he must join Dixon Drums as well, because they could really use people with a ton of experience in drums. René was very sceptical about that because he thought himself to be a rookie, instead of all those mega icons like John, Greg Bissonette, Tony Pia, John Marder, and all the other great drummers who were already on the Dixon artist roster. After consideration, René decided to send Dixon his resume regarding his whole drum career. After 1.5 weeks, René was jumping in the air because he was hired as a true Dixon artist. And that's also why John Blackwell Jr. plays a massive role in René's life in music and in his private life. Sadly, on July the 4th, 2017, we lost John Blackwell Jr., who died of 2 brain tumours. John was only 43 years old. For the whole drum society, it was a big shock, and of course for John's wife, Yaritza, and all of John's family and friends. Also for René, it felt that he had lost a very important friend, one that he had never actually met in person, and had actually only corresponded and FaceTimed with via Messenger and WhatsApp. René started designing again like he did in the old days, when he worked for Pearl Drums. And now he wanted to design a snare drum, and this was to be a very special one. With John Blackwell in his memory, René decided to make this snare drum in the name of John Blackwell Jr. and named it the Blackwell in honour of John. The Blackwell snare drum, with a 14 x 5.5 shell, is made out of one single piece of steel pipe with a thickness of 4 millimeters. With 45-degree bearing edges, gold brass plated tube lugs, chrome die-cast hoops with a lot of purple accents, because that was Prince's and John's favourite colour. The screws, washers and even the snare strap is also purple. René decided to also insert the Dixon logo because that was John's last drum band. And together with Yaritza Cumbero Blackwell, they designed a beautiful aluminium logo plate, complete with 2 purple hearts. Together with guitarist Mark Bornemann, bassist Rob Klasser, and keyboard player Guido Neudorp, René plays one of John's famous tracks to give you an idea on how the Blackwell really sounds, with this song, Jeremiah's Sleepy Nights. Blackwell snare drum will now be sold on an online auction, and all of the money will be donated to the Florida Tampa Cancer Institute Hospital, where John was treated. The Blackwell snare drum is a one-of-a-kind snare drum and will be delivered in a beautiful custom-made snare drum bag with a beautiful throne bedded with a purple seat, and will be donated by Dixon Drums. Also, Turkish Cymbals will donate one of John's signature cymbals to make this beautiful, one-of-a-kind collector's item a complete set. So stay tuned for the online auction link.